You were taught a lie, not by someone cruel and not on purpose. It is a lie passed down through generations, repeated so many times that it became indistinguishable from truth. You were taught that sabr means silence. This cultural inheritance suggests that if you are truly faithful, you do not break. You swallow the pain. You bury grief without processing it. You feign composure for the people around you, smiling through heartbreak while telling yourself that you are being tested and must not complain. Over years of enduring this way, a psychological toll sets in. Constant suppression creates a numbing effect. You eventually lose the ability to identify what you are feeling in the first place. But the historical record contains a contradiction. Prophet Yaqub cried for his lost son, Yusuf, for so long that his eyes turned white with grief. And the Prophet Muhammad wept when his own son, Ibrahim, passed away. These men are recorded as the most patient human beings who ever lived. Their open grief shows that silence and faith are not the same thing. This history invites an investigation into what the word sabr actually meant before it was reshaped by cultural expectations. The Arabic root of sabr conveys a disciplined restraint of outward action. It describes a response to hardship, not the elimination of internal feeling. The distinction is specific. One path allows internal emotion to flow fully, while the other applies restraint to destructive outward reactions. This mapping of the human nervous system shows what happens when we ignore that distinction. When you push down a feeling instead of acknowledging it, the emotional charge stays in the body. The nervous system stores unprocessed grief, causing stress hormones to accumulate. Over months and years, physiological data tracks the cost. This accumulation correlates with chronic stress, weakened memory, and high anxiety. This research shows that burying emotions impacts biological health. It mirrors the core logic found in the root of sabr, that the human heart is expected to feel the weight of its trials, even as the person chooses how to respond to them. The prophets provide the model for this balance. Prophet Yaqub grieved over Yusuf for years, but he directed his suffering and complaints directly to Allah. He did not perform composure for the comfort of his community. When the Prophet Muhammad's son Ibrahim died, he wept openly. He acknowledged the biological reality of pain, stating that the heart feels sorrow and the eyes shed tears, even while the tongue remains obedient to God. The prophets expressed their grief. They let the emotion run its course. What they restrained was the urge to curse their fate, fall into despair, or act destructively. Prophetic patience is the active coexistence of emotional pain and trust in God. They proved that feeling the full weight of loss and having faith are not mutually exclusive. Over generations, a cultural discomfort with messy emotions was treated as religious instruction. This led to the association of crying with weak faith. Practicing sabr as it was originally modeled means giving yourself permission to cry. It means naming the pain instead of denying its existence. It also includes action. Sabr walks beside effort. This means seeking solutions alongside prayer, whether that is professional therapy or leaning on your community. Performing strength to make others feel comfortable is a cultural expectation, not a requirement of faith. Real patience is honesty held together by trust. You do not have to perform strength to prove your faith. Your heart was never meant to carry its grief alone.